Hello everyone and welcome back to the Utah Belt. Welcome back to the Provo River Subdivision. And it's been a minute. And first and foremost, I want to apologize for that. I've been going through a transition at work and everything's been really topsy-turvy, and the only thing that I had times for was to do a stream on something and to hang out with people maybe on a Sunday because I just didn't have time. Well, now that has all changed. I now work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I'm off Monday through Thursday. So I now have more time to work on my projects, to actually bring back my Twitch, and not have to feel like that I'm working myself to death anymore. I can actually chill and be okay. I'm set up. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably the best way for me to live, work, and play, because I get time to do things that I want to do, and also get to hang out with my wife and all that fun stuff. So it's all awesome. But welcome back to the Utah Belt. So if you guys missed the stream on New Year's Day, we worked on this area right here of the Blackhawk Energy's Bighorn Mine, and I wanted to continue working on this area. I want to do some more scenery aspects here. I wanted to make everything feel more alive. I wanted everything to kind of come out just a little bit, let it kind of burst into life. And I've been looking at a lot of pictures, especially around the Helper, Utah area, Helper Martin area. You guys know what I'm talking about. On the Soldier Summit. And there's a lot of stuff like in between roads, tracks, and in between there's a lot of like bushes and shrubs and things that really make it pop, kind of make it look a little bit more alive than what I'm making it. So I wanted to do that. So right now we're just doing a base layer, getting all the trees and stuff on the hills, and doing some painting here and there, but I keep getting a little sidetracked. It's like my ADHD was just really on fire whenever I was in this. I looked at this hillside and I was like, how can we make this cliff stand out, right? So I keep throwing different shades of different cliffs. It's like, man, for some reason it's just not popping. And then I wanted to try out something. You know how whenever people, whenever they dig man-made cut-throughs through the hills and stuff, you have these like levels of layers of rock, of like how those construction equipment went down layer by layer by layer. That's just so they could get it to the level and not worry about rock slides and stuff like that. Well, you know what? I thought, why not do the same thing? So we're going to use these splines right here, and I'm going to layer them. I'm going to have like 3 different layers, and I want you guys to tell me what you guys think of this, because I like it. I feel like it looks really realistic as to an aspect if it's a man-made cut-through, which this would be because of the railroad right there. And so I feel like that it makes it pop really well. I really like how it came out. So you guys tell me, what do you guys think about it? In fact, I really would like you guys' input on a lot of different things that we got going on, especially with the newer I want to say shrubs and stuff that I put down here momentarily. But right now we're going to work on this. You guys tell me in the comments down below what you guys think of this. And should I keep it, or should we go back to having like a texture or deal? I like it. I think it suits it. I think it looks really authentic. It looks like a man-made cut through. They went down by layer. They had to cut that rock out, and thus there you are. You're left with that. On the opposite side of the river, you guys will see me jumping over there from time to time. They're doing a road construction. They're widening out the highway because the highway goes from being a 4-lane to a 2-lane, and they're basically widening that out. So I try to make it a point to where there is a whole complete road construction thing going on the opposite side of the river. I don't know, just give you guys something more to look at whenever you're playing on the road. Now, we ain't got too much further until we get to our first city on the Utah Belt. And for those that are like really curious of how big the Utah Belt is going to be, I'm pushing for at least 25 to 30 miles of mountainous railroading in the foothills of Utah with a couple of branch lines and some industrial stuff on one side, and power plants and stuff on the opposite side, which we've already built the power plant, which I've actually rebuilt the power plant off camera, and I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or not, but we'll have to do that in a separate video. I have to go back and show you guys that I've completely redone that power plant. I didn't want to use a default thing. I kind of stole a few ideas from Scratchy with his Coal Country 2.0, and so I wanted to do something more with it, and I tried to make it look more like an actual power plant. And so, yeah, I got some ideas trickling in here and there, and we're getting there one step at a time. I'm like I've told people in like notifications and stuff, I'm finishing the Utah belt this year. I'm gonna work on it once a week, get out a video, and just, you know, because now that I got the time to do it, I'm gonna work on it once a week, whenever I got the inspiration for it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to push myself for it, because, again, I don't have to push myself anymore. But I'm going to work on it once a week. I'm going to try to get a video out once a week, and we're just going to keep pushing forward. I want to get the Utah belt done this year, which actually is really fun, because all depending on if you guys have seen any teasers yet or not, we got some fun stuff in the pipeline that I can't really tell you guys what it is. Just know it's from our friends over at RR Mods that has something to do with the Utah belt, but that's about as far as I'm going to go. So, obviously we got to do a crash barrier here, so because, you know, who's going to drive on this highway with it being unsafe? We can't have that now. We got to be safe. We got to be very, very safe. But I've been doing a lot of testing here, and actually on the next episode, we'll be working in an area where we have to get fish. I saw fish, so I put fish down here. But on the next episode, we'll be working on an area where we begin the first sighting, like actual full-on sighting. This is actually a very long distance between the end of the yard and your first sighting. Is almost 7 miles. It's like, oh my goodness. Have fun trying to dispatch trains like that. But like, I want to, basically you're climbing up. I've already decided that this grade on this side is going to be a lot more pronounced than anything that I've done on the Riverton, because everyone was like, you make Thunderhead sound so like it's something big, but it's not really that bad of a grade. I'm like, all right, y'all want a challenge? Cool, I'll give you a challenge. The Utah belt grade so far is already at 1.5%, and then it actually goes up to 2% before you get up to the siding up here. So, have fun. It's going to be a very treacherous railroad. But it's still going to be fun. You know, it's going to bring that much of a challenge. And, especially for your long, heavy coal hauls and your manifests and intermodals and all that fun jazz. You have to make sure everybody's got enough power. Oh, man. But, you know, it's still really, really cool of how far that we have gotten and how far that we're pushing. And I love the fact... Okay, here we go. I will get back to what I was just saying in a minute. I'm sorry, my ADHD's kicking in because I wanted to show you guys this. This is where I was looking at pictures, and I'm coming up with some like dead bushes, green bushes, not so green bushes, and trying to come up with a palette here because I see this a lot on any pictures that I see around the Provo, Utah area on the Soldier Summit. And there's a lot of areas like this. Not the big trees, obviously, but a lot of areas like this, and you're gonna see me spam this a lot for probably the remainder of this episode. But I want to basically let you guys understand. Tell me how this looks, because if it doesn't look good, I will take it all back. But either way, we'll go back and we'll go back to the drawing board and try it again. Anyway, like I was saying. I really like how far that we've come along. Yes, the Utah belt isn't that huge yet, but it's going to be. It's not going to be as big as the Riverton. I'm not going to do part phases and stuff like that with it. It's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a one shoot, nice little railroad for a mountainous railroad on the western side of slopes of Utah, of the Utah River Basin, and it's supposed to give that aspect of Western railroading in the Rockies. Now, our friends over at NARM actually came up with a route, which I haven't tried it yet, but it is also Western based. I've seen pictures of it; looks really, really good. But I haven't had the opportunity to play on it yet. But my own take on it, mine's Utah Belt. I'm fictional, obviously, and it's going to continue to be its own little thing, and it's going to continue to grow. And I really love how far that it has gotten, and where it's going to go into the future is, man. It's really hard for me to explain of how excited I am for the Utah Belt and for everything else that we're doing with this project, and the inspiration that it's giving to others and continuing other Utah Belt type projects is awesome. Is absolutely awesome. The Utah Belt coming to trains, and I also want to give a shout out to our friends over on the Utah Belt Facebook page, who has been very supportive of this route and want to see it to its fullest completion. So again, I want to thank each and every one of them over there, and everybody over on the Tane TRS 19 and TRS 22 community group. Thank you guys so much for all your support on this project as well. It has been something in the making, and I really, really enjoy what we are doing and what everything is, and how it's all playing out, really. We're actually getting close to the cinematics, kind of a shorter episode this time. Sorry, but, like, I had to get my foot back in the door, if that makes sense. So, real quick, before we keep going, and before I keep rambling on like I usually do, please, let me know how this all looks, and if it doesn't look decent, then, oh yeah, I'm putting a plane up in the sky, but if it doesn't look decent, then we will go back to the drawing board. I'll delete every one of them, and we'll try again. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment on what you liked about it. Please tell me all the information, give me some feedback, that way we can build this together, and, we'll continue from there, alright? If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe. That way you can get notifications for all the videos and streams that I post on this channel. And, yeah, let's keep on melting down with the Utah Belt. Thank you guys so much for all that. Make sure to check out our website. Link is down in the description down below. And you can join our ever-growing family on our Discord. Link is also in the description down below. But, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're coming up to the cinematics now. So with that, I'll see you on down the line. Bye-bye!